Hello, everybody. This is week 9 of our SBL season featuring Pixixy and newcomer KingOfLies. I'm TZM14, also with my co-commentator.
Agate. I'm very excited about this one.
Yeah, no, both players. Raymond's got a 3-5 record, and KingOfLies got a 1-7. So Raymond's trying to catch a dub big time, and KingOfLies definitely wants to improve his record, get another dub on the list. But
great win last week for KingOfLies.
Oh, very good win actually. But I think we're gonna get into the team sheets. So KingOfLies has Iron Valiant, Rampardos, Rodom Heat, Salamence, Jirachi, and Reuniclus. Jirachi's doing a lot of punches, it looks like. A lot of ice, maybe freeze hacks and para hacks, get some flinches. Pretty normal, what's it called? Iron Valiant, physical Valiant, and then the star of last week, like we said, the Rampardos, Rock Slide King. So, I don't know, KingOfLies definitely, one thing I noticed too with KingOfLies teams is not rocking a different type of Terra, using one of the base Terras from their characters, which just kind of interesting, but Rampardos makes sense, but I don't know.
Yeah, it definitely works for Rampardos.
Yeah, but yeah, I think KingOfLies have got a pretty strong team this week, but we'll see what Raymond's got in store here soon for him.
Yeah, one thing to note, you have both Trick Room and Tailwind, so lots of ways to control the pace there. All right, we're going to look at Pixixy's team now. You got Mew, Gyarados, Gardevoir, Roaring Moon, Magnezone, and Blaziken. The Mew with Coaching and Will-O-Wisp looking pretty supportive, and you've got Covert Cloak to avoid being faked out. Gyarados also fairly supportive with Waterfall, Taunt, and Helping Hand. Gardevoir is kind of an attacker here with Choice Scarf, Moonblast, and Psychic and Aura Sphere, and Shadow Ball. And then you've got the Roaring Moon with Booster, going to be going fast, presumably, and hitting really hard with those stabs and acrobatics. Magnezone, pretty standard set there, although it is Assault Vest, so that's pretty interesting. Going to have to watch out for that Earthquake. And then Blaziken with a really interesting set here. You've got Baton Pass, so we've seen Blaziken before go with like very boost up type of playstyle, but the Baton Pass makes it really interesting. I wonder what we'll see that pass into.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's got the speed boost, and probably we'll get some coaching boost from Mew as well.
Yeah, I didn't even think about the coaching and speed boost tech, because yeah, you could pass 3 stats over real quick to somebody. So that could be an interesting strat. I'm curious if Raymond will pull that off or not.
I mean, that could turn Gyarados or Roaring Moon into just unstoppable threats.
It looks like we might be getting into game here.
Alrighty.
Yes, looks like it. And didn't get to see the 4 picks for KingOfLies. We're watching the KingOfLies POV, so for anyone curious, but 2 out of 3 like normal, and like I said, we'll see who comes out victorious here. Should be a good set.
Right.
Oh, for a
We're
second.
gonna get going here.
Yeah, I was worried about that.
Cool picture from KingOfLies. Got the shiny Valiant. All right. So we see Gyarados, Roaring Moon there, and Jirachi, Salamence from KingOfLies side.
Yeah, it kind of stinks that the moon gets intimidated, because obviously it's burning the booster right away and everything, so it's like swapping it out doesn't feel great, but maybe it's not the worst thing.
Mm-hmm. And also, if you swap it out, you're probably going to let it get a Tailwind up, which could be real bad.
Yeah. And the Jirachi's actually got really good coverage right now, so that's actually kind of a nice little pick for KingOfLies right now too.
Yeah, I believe the Roaring Moon is Terra Fairy, so it could dodge some pretty good damage here. Let me just...
Swapping Gyarados. He was scared of the Thunder Punch.
Scared of Thunder Punch, and you want to cycle that Intimidate.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I don't think it. I think it's a special Salamence if I remember right, but I could be wrong. Yeah, it is special Salamence. So
You do see the Terra Fairy there. Probably looking at a Dragon Pulse or Drain Punch coming into that slot.
see how much the -1 does. Almost 3/4.
Yeah, very solid damage. We do see the Thunder Punch.
Eating it up.
So
And big Tailwind. All right.
yeah, I'd say that was a pretty decent turn for both players. Obviously, you don't get that much damage if you're KingOfLies, but now you got your Tailwind up.
Yeah. Now looking to potentially swap. I'm curious. Curious if Raymond just wants to keep the offensive with Roaring Moon going, or wants to swap actually now. Get it, maybe Intimidate again. Nope. Okay. Protect and see what else we got going on.
Yeah, I imagine we'll see a coaching come out here.
Oh, yeah. Get it back to normal. Ooh, Iron Head's scary right now though.
Yep, very good protect. Yep. But yeah, you are at +1 defense, but Serene Grace, Iron Head, either going to kill you or flinch you probably, so you're in a very tough position here if you're Raymond.
Tough, because I guess, well, there's probably not a world where, because Jirachi's just base 100, but I was like, maybe there's a world where the Roaring Moon might be faster than the Jirachi and Tailwind, but I don't think so.
There's the Iron Head. Wow, that's very bulky, but I imagine... Oh my gosh.
Dang.
That's shocking. The Air Slash and the Iron Head, and it doesn't flinch. That's crazy to me.
And then boost it up some more. It says,
Yep.
we're getting bigger and stronger. Yeah, that is crazy. The Roaring Moon was able to live both of those attacks and not get flinched. That was actually insane. Especially with the luck the league's had the last couple weeks.
Yeah. And I think you're probably running out of Tailwind turns here pretty soon. So definitely gotta get this Roaring Moon off the field as soon as possible.
I imagine he called the Protect, but I didn't see what Jirachi selected, but I think he selected the other slot with Salamence though. The new slot.
Okay, we do see the Protect there. So if you did call it, that was a good play. And we get the Ice Punch, maybe looking for a freeze.
Yeah, doubled into Mew. Good play. Finish off the Jirachi, that's nice. Put that annoyance off the field.
So yeah, again, no secondary effects coming out onto the double up.
Look over Cloak Mew, isn't it?
Oh yes, yeah, that's right.
So.
Good call.
Nah, yeah, you're good.
Who are we gonna see come in here?
Yeah, maybe you. Yeah, I was gonna say you probably have one more turn to Tailwind. I think maybe try to get rip a Rock Slide off.
Yeah, if it even outspeeds, who knows? But it would probably outspeed Mew, unless it's a very fast Mew. But I don't know. I guess we'll see if it outspeeds Roaring Moon. I imagine it could probably live an attack from it anyway.
Would hope. Protect, yeah.
Alright, see Protect there. Oh,
Good call.
okay. Roaring Moon does outspeed, but...
Might be a double kill here.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh, dang, okay.
We still might get a double kill, though. I mean, this is going to hit hard.
Yeah, I would be very, very shocked, but yeah, they're both kind of low, so... Yeah.
Wow.
+2 on the +2 defense on the Roaring Moon, paying off.
Ew.
Burn obviously paying off too. That Rampardo's basically useless now, which feels bad.
Yep.
And it's not useless. It can flinch with Rock Slides, but yeah, it's definitely not going to be putting out the damage output that KingOfLies is probably looking for.
Well, and even with the flinch chance, I doubt it's going to outspeed anything at this point.
Yeah.
We just saw it. It didn't even outspeed Mew, even in Tailwind, so... I guess that was probably still Tailwind. Maybe not.
Yeah, I felt like that. Yeah, I didn't read the messages good enough, but I felt like that had to have been the last turn. The last turn had to have been it, but I don't know. And
oh no!
Yeah, that's no bueno.
Yeah, you really.
Oh, you got Valiant in the back though. You got Valiant in the back.
Yeah.
So.
I wonder if
Raymond still
faster.
But it's Raymond still has Gyarados, or Pixixy still has Gyarados, so yeah.
Yep.
And it's a physical Valiant, so, and with the Rampardos burned and all that, man, this is a bad scenario. Raymond played this one pretty well. I was a little worried once the first turn kind of went by, because I was like, shoot, KingOfLies might be in the driver's seat a lot more, but Raymond played very cool and calm. The coaching was very nice, actually.
Yeah.
I'm curious how bulky the Roaring Moon is initially anyways, and then add the coaching on top. But
I was gonna say, the Mew and the Roaring Moon just seemed so bulky. Like, Roaring Moon shrugged off that Iron Head like it was nothing.
Yeah. And then still living the Rock Slide too, really low.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's getting some massive value. Acrobatics.
Ooh,
yeah,
that's
living.
big.
Kill that thing off, you. Now the question is, waterfalled into the Valiant slot, or did Raymond just assume that it was going to be a kill? Oh, I think he is.
Hey. It is at -1, but who knows, maybe with a crit.
I think, doesn't Raymond still have one in the back? I think he still, yeah, he still got it.
Still got guard. Alright, that's probably going to be it, yeah.
Yeah, no spread moves. Terra.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
a
right?
fast Gardevoir. I know it's Scarfed, but...
Yeah, I didn't even think about the Valiant's speed tier difference and all that. But Raymond played very well that match. Like I said, it seemed like they were in like a kind of in behind position off the first turn and everything, which it's only the first turn. So, but Raymond played very cool and calm and kind of pulled that one out very nicely.
Yeah, the switch into the Mew on turn 1 was pretty good. Just because if Gyarados went down there and the Tailwind went up, that was going to be bad news.
Yeah. I wonder if KingOfLies tries to swap it up, maybe try to go Trick Room this time, or maybe keep the same team. Who knows? What do you think? What do you think a good adaptation would be for KingOfLies?
I think if you're trying to run your offense through Rampardos, you definitely want to try to get the Trick Room up, just because we saw Rampardos just isn't going to be fast enough even with Tailwind. And obviously, you know, with the threat of speed boost and you got the Scarf Gardevoir, it's very tempting to try to get a Trick Room up.
Yeah, I like the 4 he just brought. He said, I don't want the Salamence, and then I don't need my fast person, so we'll see what kind of damage KingOfLies can do.
And then that kind of begs the question, is Pixixy going to bring Magnezone? That would be a great call out to the Trick Room mode.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, probably doesn't bring Blaziken. Not super great into their team. It can probably kill. Well, actually, I don't know if it has a fighting move for the Rampardos, but
I believe it has close combat.
yeah, that would make sense. But
pull up the sheet. Yep. Close combat.
but yeah, I feel like Raymond's got to know that that KingOfLies might try Trick Room this round.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe Raymond picked a good couple. Might just do similar lead again too. He might just bring Roaring Moon Gyarados again, because it
I was gonna say
that
that, and it definitely still works. Gyarados has the taunt to shut down the Trick Room if it needs to. So okay, we do see the Blaziken.
Cool looking Reuniclus.
Yeah. So what are we gonna see here? Gonna go for the Trick Room.
Yeah, not thinking much. Yeah, I guess if he taunts.
Oh yeah, that's your trade.
Ooh, just gonna take the flare. Dang,
Oh.
the big damage. Big damage.
Yeah, wow.
I mean, it's assault vested. And then taunt. Yeah, just completely nullifying the turn. Raymond just basically
Great
said,
play.
"Yeah, we're not playing. We're not playing this
Yeah.
first turn for you."
But I would have
Speed
guessed
boost.
that Protect was going to come from the Blaziken slot, but just decided to call out the attack there.
Yeah, I like that play a lot. And
Yeah, I was going to
you're
say.
taunted. This.
I was going to say before you might want to Psychic the Blaziken, but I figured it was probably going to Protect. So yeah, maybe that would have been your play that turn.
Yeah, keep you at least on a even playing field, because now yeah, KingOfLies is down bad. Because it is Sash Blaziken, but I guess the Flare Blitz would have killed it though. So yeah, never mind. But swapping the Mew back out, Protect.
There's the Protect. Okay. Volt Switch. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that covers both. That's a solid play.
Yeah, I kind of wish maybe he like would have swapped Reuniclus out if he was gonna go for the Volt Switch play, just to get rid of the taunt, and then it's like still back on the field. But it's all right though. Just
yeah,
Rampardos is definitely gonna have to worry about a big close combat coming at it.
Yeah, Pixixy has a lot of options. You could obviously just kill the Rampardos if you wanted to. And then Mew has the option of burning it, and maybe you go after Reuniclus, or you click Coaching.
Terra Rock Protect. Terra Rock Protect.
Do it, yeah.
Swag.
Trip would love this.
Yeah. Where's my Terra Rock fans at?
Did a Terra Rock come out?
I bet Raymond's fearing for his life right now.
Yep, and huge Protect. It was a bait all along.
Oh, baton pass. Oh, he's gonna speed boost and then coach the person. This is gonna be nice. This is gonna be a nice turn. And if it's Roaring Moon and he psychics into the Blaziken, oh my gosh, Raymond, don't do it. Raymond, don't do it. Booster, is it speed?
It is speed.
Yeah,
okay, so nothing is catching that.
Oh, he willowed. Dang.
Yeah, the coaching would have been wild there.
It'll still be still protect or psychic into it though, so not a bad turn still. The taunt is off.
I believe taunt is gone, so yeah, now you have a great option here. You can basically, for Trick Room to not go up, Reuniclus has to be doubled. So you either get your Trick Room up or you get big damage with Rampardos.
I think you still try to burn the Rampardos this turn. I don't know. I think if you burn that thing, it's just like so like bad. Knock off on it. Okay, doesn't mind the Trick Room getting set up, I guess. Doubling into the damage. That's a smart play too.
Yep. But we are going to see the Trick Room go up here, so that super fast Roaring Moon is kind of working against itself.
It's a 2v4 though, I guess. That's the big diff right now.
Yeah, and Reuniclus can't really damage either Pokemon on the field right now.
Yeah. And Roaring Moon resisting both Rotom's moves, so I guess it's got Shadow Ball. It'll still resist that too, but Shadow Ball from you.
Yep, it protects.
Yeah, this one might be a Rapsky. Reflects nice though. Potentially live more.
Yeah, helps you give yourself a chance against this Roaring Moon. Oh my
Critical hit, said I don't care.
That's brutal.
Care. See if we can secure the kill.
That was weird. So we do see the Terra probably on Mew. Yep. I was going to say, you definitely don't want to Terra Roaring Moon with these two being left, so... Steel coming out. It does give you a weakness to Overheat. But you, you don't get hurt that badly by the Shadow Ball.
Yeah, it would have been a pretty good call to do the Overheat. And doing Overheat in this kind of scenario is kind of annoying too, because then you're just making yourself even less of a chance to win the match. But yeah, it's gonna be a wrap, folks. Let's see if KingOfLies plays it out, which he's gonna. No deaths that game for Pixixy? No deaths? Or...
Yep. Looks like it.
Yep. Very good game by Raymond there. Raymond played a very good set.
That was very well played.
Yeah, very good set for him. I don't even think KingOfLies really played that bad. I mean, Raymond just kind of had his number on. Wow, one hit. Oh, it's Sash. Okay, I was like,
I was gonna say, the coaching was so unnecessary there. You could have just sidekicked in one.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even think KingOfLies played really bad, but Raymond definitely kind of had a good game plan to nullify the trick room and all that stuff. Yeah.
Great crap.
GG. Very good game from Raymond and a fun set to watch. I think we might have post-game interviews coming up here. I'm not sure if both players are joining or just one, but
here
we have Pixixy in the building.
Yeah, hey guys.
Keep the season alive.
Just barely.
4-5 now, Raymond.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah. Very doable. Very doable. Now, Raymond, we think game one you had like a tough time. Not a tough time versus Tailwind, but I think you had to play very cautious and get around that part. But game two, you had like the trick room, just like I don't know. You knew what you wanted to do to stop it, and like I don't know. Game two difference was very good. Both games you played was very solid.
Tailwind was definitely tough, but I knew if I kind of stalled it out, I think I'd be fine. Because you're right, I was definitely kind of in a dire spot with Jirachi Iron Head. And I was like, I don't think Moon can take much of this, but I figured since Tailwind didn't win game one, I figured we'd lead with Reuniclus, and then just on the off chance that like a Thunder Punching Jirachi would come out, I knew I had to bring Blaziken, because I had built Blaziken specifically to kill Jirachi in one hit. So, yeah.
Nice.
I guess it worked out.
Oops. KingOfLies. How's it going?
Alright, I got my actual mic working now.
Yeah, all good. I think you played a pretty decent match. Pixixy kind of had your number game two, but I think game one you had a very solid like performance. Like you like it just I don't know, just didn't pan out that way. I mean,
yeah, it's one of those things where it's just I feel like even like in the preparation, like he was gonna have my number no matter what I tried to do, because it felt like everything he had in his kit was just ready to counter almost everything I had.
I do think it was a good matchup and my favorite for sure.
Yeah, it was a pretty good matchup for you.
The one guy I was really worried about was Rotom Heat, because it just pumped up so much damage to a lot of like my really heavy hitters. Because I was really hesitant to bring Magnezone. I just didn't think Magnezone would be able to like have that much staying power if I brought it. But
yeah. One of my.
I was curious. I was curious if Magnezone was going to come game two. But it was kind of one of those things where Gyarados covered both styles pretty well. So.
Yeah, I was well, and even if like Trick Room came out, like Magnezone is a decent counter to Rampardos, but like an Earthquake can't do anything about that. And it still doesn't outspeed anything in Trick Room, so I was just like, I don't think I can chance it. I think I just have to stick with Gyarados and
Pop taunt and
account
just
for that.
completely invalidate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, just obviously, and that in-game scenario too is just rough. Like the dark type and then psychic type, you're like, yeah, I can't even do anything. Yeah,
Yeah.
but way it goes sometimes. But
Yep.
Sagan, you got
100%.
any other questions or anything you want to ask?
I mean, at least for me, I know I'm not the other co-host, but I am curious about the defense boost on Iron Valiant. I thought that was interesting.
I went for defense boost specifically to try to counter whatchamacallit, Roaring Moon. Because I felt like that was going to be one of your heavy hitters, or you'd run more physical attack this week. So I went with attack defense because I didn't want to go any plus speed on anything because I wanted to try to be able to either pop Trick Room or pop Tailwind at any given moment and still have an advantage. Because if I went full speed on Iron Valiant, then Iron Valiant would be going last in Trick Room, which is just a huge disadvantage to me.
That's true, yeah.
I tried to go just a general coverage for 3 of my Mons, which was Valiant, Jirachi, and Salamence, while the other 3 were ready for Trick Room. And then if I just pop Tailwind with Rampardos going last every time, it's just an L I'm going to have to take.
I mean, the defense ended up being pretty handy. You lived the acrobatics, and I think it was a +1 acrobatics.
I thought it was like
I was shocked to see that. Well, I think it was +1.
For context, if you didn't, I know you didn't
earlier.
see, I lived on exactly 2. So if you want the exact number.
Still, I was like, no way. Like, no way this thing's alive.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you guys got any closing thoughts or any final things, I'd say let it rip, and then
GG's, yeah.
GG's. Having fun first season. Bit of a learning curve, getting my butt kicked 24/7, but
yeah, that's what's up.
It's been a long week, and I will come forth and say something kind of embarrassing, and that's I forgot to set Terra types.
We were curious about that. I mean, like the Rampart
I
was
forgot to
fine,
set my
but
Terra-ups.
yeah.
I realized the moment I clicked Terra on Salamence, I'm like, oh, I'll run whatever Terra type I have, and it went Terra Dragon. I'm like, oh, that's fun. Yeah. It's an L. It's the second time it's happened this season, so it's not a new thing.
Yeah, it's alright. I was gonna say in game, it's obviously a little bit different too. Like, have you played much like in game at all, or mostly just on Showdown?
This is honestly the first even experience I have with competitive Pokemon in general.
Yeah, dude. Oh, that's what's up.
So I just do it casually because I think it's fun in a way for me to actually just play a different game like once a week because I thought it was fun.
Yeah, what's up?
That's cool. I've kind of been wondering this basically since the draft. Are you a big Rampardos fan?
One of my favorite fossil Pokemon, but I actually wanted to make a team around Valiant, and I have no competitive Pokemon experience, so I just asked my roommate Trip, do you know any teams I could run? And he's like, do you mess with Rampardos? And I'm like, oh yeah, let's do it.
Great.
And then I kind of just built the team around it, and it's a fun first team.
Big Terra Rock fan comes full circle.
Big Terra Rock fan comes full circle indeed.
Yeah.
I mean, Rampardos is a classic Pokemon. I think it's really cool.
Yeah. It's a
I mean,
fun
it hits
set.
really
I used
hard.
one forever ago.
It's really hard. If you pop it with Trick Room, it works incredibly well, but Taunt just kind of nullifies that.
I was definitely happy that you weren't Mental Herb, because if you were Mental Herb, I think I would have had to like do some chicanery.
Yeah.
With the moon, and then I don't know. I wouldn't have much in the way of like defending against that, but
I didn't want to run that on Ranunculus just because if I didn't run Sash, you probably just have a dark type move on Roaring Moon and I just get one shot. Because
depending on your investment, yeah.
Depending on the investment, yeah. Like I would probably have gone in full defense and full HP, which would just give them the best chance to survive, but if that didn't work, Roaring Moon just one shots and I don't get Trick Room up, my entire strategy is just gone.
That's true. No, that's totally fair. I get that.
Because then if you pop, you have to pop double if you want to guarantee kill Ranunculus, which lets me get a free attack off with whoever mon I want while sacrificing Ranunculus.
No, yeah, that makes sense. That's a good call.
All right, well, I think we're gonna wrap this up. Thank you guys for playing, and it was a great set. And yeah, I think we're taking off a week for. Is it Milwaukee?
Yes, you are right, Milwaukee. Yep. So
yeah, we'll see you back in a couple weeks.
Yeah, the final week being postponed, but we have J-Dog Praspian as well for the final match of the week before playoffs, so it should be a good one for that. But otherwise, bye everybody.